You open your eyes inside a cramped transport ship. The air is thick with the smell of sweat, oil, and fear. Around you, other soldiers sit in silence, gripping their rifles tightly. Some are praying. Others stare at nothing. The year is 1943. You've been sent to reinforce an island in the Pacific. The Americans have been pushing hard, and your commanders told you this island must be held at all costs. You don't know it yet, but this is the beginning of the end. This is your life as a Japanese soldier in the Pacific War. You step off the boat onto the island. The heat hits you immediately. The jungle is dense and loud with insects. Your uniform is already soaked with sweat. You're given a position in the defensive line and told to dig in. At first, it doesn't feel real. You build bunkers, cut down trees for cover, and set up machine gun positions. The officers keep saying the same thing. The Emperor is watching. We will fight to the last man. You believe it, at least in the beginning. Days turn into weeks. The jungle is brutal. Malaria spreads quickly. Many soldiers get sick and weak. Food becomes scarce. You start eating whatever you can find. Coconuts, roots, sometimes even insects. The officers tell you to endure. You endure. Then the American ships appear on the horizon. The bombardment starts. For days, the ground shakes. Bombs and shells fall without stopping. You hide in your bunker, hands covering your ears, while the world explodes around you. When the shelling finally stops, the Americans come. The first battle is chaos. You fire your rifle until your hands go numb. You watch friends get cut down by machine gun fire. Some men charge forward screaming, only to be torn apart. You survive the first day, but barely. After the battle, everything changes. Supplies stop coming. The Navy can no longer reach the island. You and the others are left behind. The officers say help will arrive soon. It never does. You start losing weight. Your uniform hangs loose on your body. Disease spreads faster than before. Men die from infections and starvation. You watch soldiers you trained with slowly waste away. Some go mad from the constant fear and hunger. The Americans keep coming. Island after island falls. You're moved from one defensive position to another. Every time, the orders are the same. Do not retreat. Do not surrender. Fight until the end.
You start to notice something. The longer the war goes on, the more desperate the orders become. Banzai charges become more common. Officers tell you that dying for the Emperor is the greatest honor. Some soldiers believe it completely. Others just look tired. One night, while hiding in a cave with the remaining men, you hear planes overhead. They're not dropping bombs this time. They're dropping leaflets. The leaflets say the war is lost and that surrender is acceptable. Some soldiers tear them up. Others stare at them quietly. You don't know what to believe anymore. The final months are the worst. You're moved to another island. This one is even more heavily defended. Tunnels have been dug deep into the ground. You live underground like an animal. The air is thick and hard to breathe. You barely see sunlight. When the American invasion comes, it's worse than anything before. The shelling lasts for weeks. The ground above you collapses in places. You lose track of time. Days and nights blur together. You eat almost nothing. Your hands shake when you hold your rifle. One morning, your officer gathers the remaining soldiers. He tells you that this is the final battle. There will be no retreat.
There will be no surrender. You are to fight until you die, or the enemy is destroyed. You look around at the others. Most are just boys now, skinny, dirty, and exhausted. Some cry quietly. Others stare ahead with empty eyes. You wonder how many of them actually want to die here. That night, you're ordered to join a night attack. You move through the darkness with the others. Some scream as they charge. Others stay silent. You fire your rifle until it's empty. Explosions light up the sky. You see men falling all around you. At some point, you realize you're alone. The others are gone. You hide behind a rock, breathing hard. For the first time, you think about laying down your weapon. The thought terrifies you. You were taught that surrender is worse than death. But right now, death feels very close. You stay hidden for hours. When morning comes, American soldiers find you. They point their guns at you and shout something you don't understand. You don't move. You don't fight back. You just sit there, too tired to do anything else. They take you prisoner. In the camp, you wait. You hear that the war has ended. Some soldiers refuse to believe it. Others break down and cry. You sit in silence, trying to understand what it all meant. You survived, but you don't feel like a hero. You don't feel like you brought honor to your family or the emperor. You just feel empty. Years later, you still think about the island. You think about the men who died screaming for their mothers. You think about the ones who charged into machine guns because they were told it was glorious. You wonder if any of it was worth it. You were just a soldier. You did what you were told. You endured more than most people could imagine. And in the end, you lived. But sometimes, late at night, you still hear the sound of the bombs falling.